So does love really have a language? When you say the language of love, what does it mean? Is it Hausa? Is it Igbo? Is it Yoruba? Does love really have a language? The language of love refers primarily to the way people interpret and receive love. And knowing how to speak the language of love is very vital to every relationship. When we say the language of love, it means that every individual you meet, there is a way they interpret love. As far as they are concerned, love is interpreted from their own perception and perspective. For instance, when you talk of new rules of love, language of love among spouses, a man was invited by the pastor to the office because the wife had gone to meet with the pastor and complained to the pastor that the husband does not love her anymore. And when the pastor invited the husband and the wife to his office, they sat down. And the pastor said, "You're welcome, my brother. I just wanted to see you because your wife had come to see me and she told me that you don't love her anymore. And I just want to know, is there anything she has done to offend you that you don't love her?" So the man was confused. He said, "Pastor, I don't love her anymore." He said, "Please help me ask her. Don't I pay rent? Has she ever been homeless? Help me ask her. Is she hungry? Is there any food that she wants to eat that she's not eating? Help me ask her. Is she naked? That there's no clothes at home? Help me ask her. Is there anything that she asked me to do that I can afford that I did not do? Because I don't understand. Help me ask her. Have I ever raised my hand to slap or beat her or abuse her? So what is this love thing that she's talking about?" And the woman said, "And when last did you tell me you love me?" "Tell you I love you." And the guy said, "Is that your problem? When we got married, did I not tell you I love you? If I change my mind and I don't love you anymore, I will come back and tell you I don't love you. I've already told you I love you. That's why I married you. So I've not changed my mind." So now you see how that the man is taking care of responsibilities of love. He's paying rent, he's paying the bills, taking care. And as far as he is concerned, that's my expression of love. But the woman is saying, "All that one you are doing, I want to hear you say it consistently." So that means that the man is speaking a language that the woman does not understand, and the woman is speaking a language that the man does not understand. When it comes to children, you also need to be able to find out what the love language of your children are. What do your children consider to be love? A man one day was approached by his son, and the son said, "Dad, how much do you earn per hour in your office?" He said, "Why?" You say, "I just want to know what's the salary, what's your..." He said, "No, well, I collect $20 every hour." I said, "Okay." So the boy went and came back again and said, "Dad, can I have $6? Can you give me $6? Say, "What do you need $6 for?" He said, "Oh, Daddy, give me now." So the man gave the boy $6. So the boy went and came back with $20. Apparently he had $14 and needed $6 to join. And he brought $20 to the father and said, "Daddy, can I buy 1 hour of your time? Because I've been trying to have time to talk to you. You are so busy. So let me pay you for 1 hour." And what that goes to show is to show that even though the man is busy working, trying to put food on the table, paying school fees, as far as the child is concerned, my dad does not love me. Because when I was talking to you about building family traditions, there are things that you do with your children. There are things that you do with your family that are memorable, that helps to build positive memories that they look forward to. And when you don't do those things and you think, "Oh, but I'm laboring to make sure I put food on your table," you are actually going to be failing because you are not doing what needs to be done. Even when we talk about love language, it affects your office also. When you are working with someone, whether it's your boss, whether it's your colleague, which is what in management now and in the marketplace we call it emotional intelligence, the ability to understand how to interpret the different emotions and actions and to ensure that you deal with everybody according to their own DNA. You find that there are bosses that you have Their love language is that everybody should come and be worshiping them per second per second. So for you to resume and not come to their office to greet them, they will count it against you. So everybody must come. Hello, sir. I just came to greet you, sir. Everybody. But some people, excuse me, why are you greeting me? Is that your work? Go to your office. Why are you here? Why are you disturbing me? Nobody. So you need to find out. Some people, they want you to ask them, welcome, sir. How's madam? How's the junior? How's the children? How's your weekend? They like that. Some people, they're not interested. My personal life is not your business. We are here to work. Let's work and move on. So you also need to understand that when it comes to even your work. And one thing that is very, very important when it comes to this issue of the love language is a lot of us, we express love in a way that makes us to feel loving, instead of expressing love in a way that makes people to feel loved. We express love in a way that makes us to feel loving. So you do things so that, I love you, I love you, I love you. But no, the other person, do they feel loved by your action? That thing you are doing, can that other person interpret it as love? A man was confused one day when the wife accused him of being a selfish man and not being loving enough. And the man was like, what exactly have I done? What is the thing that you say you want me to do that I didn't do? And when the woman will express herself, the man was shocked. He said, have you noticed that all the gifts you have bought for me since we married are gifts that only you will enjoy? The man he said that you are buying me bra, or you are buying me pants, or you are buying me nightgown, or you are buying me negligee. He said, you have never bought me wristwatch that I can show my friend. You have never bought me shoe that I can wear out. You have never bought me bag that I can brag to other people. Say, am I going to be bragging to people that my husband bought me bra, my husband bought me pants? He says, so you are very selfish. Even in your gift is what will help you that you are buying. So the man was shocked. It was like a revelation. So many times we do things that makes us to feel loving. You now feel that, oh, I'm a loving person. But the question is, that person you are doing it to, do they feel loved? Do they consider your action as an act of love? Which is what the language of love is all about. That means you need to be intentional and strategic about identifying what the love language of your partner is, so that you will be able to speak their language. Because if there are two of us now, I'm speaking Yoruba, you are speaking Igbo. Even though we are in the same place, we cannot understand ourselves. We are on the same altar. We can even be sleeping in the same room on the same bed. But as long as we are speaking two different languages, we are strangers on the same bed. You enter plane with people. Are they your family member? Are you not sitting with somebody on the same plane? Do you have any allegiance to them? No. But you're on the same place, sitting next to them for 6 hours, for 12 hours. So that you are together in the house, together in the room, together in the ship called relationship, does not mean you are really together. You can be roommate and you are not soulmates. So it's very, very important for us to understand that this issue of language of love is something that is very, very serious. Now, let's move on to actions versus intention. Now, one of the things that I've come to realize is the fact that we tend to judge other people by their actions, while we judge ourselves by our intention, and that causes problem. We tend to judge other people by their action, but we judge ourselves by our intention. So when someone does something, you are like, why did you do that? But when you do something, say, no, I was actually planning to do it, though. I actually have it in mind, though. So you are always judging yourself by your intention, because you believe, I have good intention. Why don't you learn to understand that people also have good intention? Even if they have not done it, understand that it is possible that it is part of the plan that they already have to do that. Because when you neglect the language of love, it will lead to erosion and insulation. It will lead to what? Erosion and what's erosion? Love can be eroded over time. That feeling of love, that feeling of affection can be eroded over time. When you keep doing things that hurt your partner, you keep doing things that causes resentment, it will continue to erode the love and the affection. And over a period of time, like Pastor Kenny was saying, naked and not ashamed. That when they come out naked, everything will stand. You will come out naked, nothing will stand. Because it is the head. My hair is when the head is correct that something will move. When there is hurt and resentment, even if you come out wear everything, nothing will rise. Why? Because there have been an erosion going on. Now, erosion leads to gullies. Erosion leads to gap. So there are people that are in the same room, but they are very distant emotionally. Why? Because the relationship has been eroded by hurt, by resentment, by unresolved issue, and over time, they have found themselves in a place where there is deep erosion and things are not working the way it's supposed to work. And then insulation also happens over time. If someone is here now and you touch them, so my brother, stand up. Yeah, stretch forth your hands forward. Now, when I touch him now, my skin is touching his skin. He's going to feel what I'm doing. But now, if there is a POP, you know what's called POP, pass up on his hand, and I'm touching the POP, will he feel anything? No. Why? Because there is an insulation. So, when you don't understand the language of love and you don't speak the language of love of your partner, there's going to be a lot of unresolved issues, unmet expectation. And you're going to find that over time, you have created a lot of insulation. That by the time you are touching the person, there is no touch. You are going to be making effort. Touch. You are making effort, but the other person is not feeling it. And I'm not talking of effort on sexual touch. I'm talking of just even the relationship. Because the person is in a place where all your efforts is like nothing anymore. Because they have been so insulated that in trying to protect themselves from hurt, they have imprisoned themselves to be hurt. Do you understand now? They are trying to protect themselves from hurt. But that protection, I will not allow my heart to be hurt anymore. This guy keeps hurting me. In trying to protect themselves from future hurt, they imprison themselves with past hurt. And let me tell you something. I believe very strongly that by the power of God and by the grace of God, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl that needs divine intervention receives it now in the name of Jesus. I believe in the name that is above every name, that whatever the enemy has programmed to cause you pain, to cause you sorrow, fails now in the name of Jesus. So when we talk about language of love, some say we have just one language, some say we have 5, some say we have 7. But generally it is accepted that we have what we call the 5 love languages. So let's look at that. Let me deal with number 1, and then we'll continue next week. 5 love languages. So generally, the 5 love languages are receiving gifts, words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, and quality time. Receiving gifts, words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, and quality time. So let's do number 1 and close. Words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Those to whom this is for are people who flourish more based on positive words of affirmation. And no matter what you do to or for them, is what you say that means more to them. So for these people, they are like that woman that went to report the husband to the pastor. When last did you say, I love you? So words of affirmation, they want to hear it. I told you during the week that while Pastor Kingsley was saying that when Pastor Mildred begins to sing a particular kind of song, he knows that there is a problem. Me, I know when there is problem. There are 2 ways I know when there is problem. Number 1, when my wife's face change, there is a facial expression. I know that's wahala dey. Number 2 is every time we communicate on the phone call always ends with, I love you. She always tells me she loves me. And I will reply, I love you too. That's the end of all our phone call. Anytime I call my wife or she calls me, and at the end, I don't hear I love you, say, okay, bye. Okay, I'll talk to you later. You know that there is trouble. Because once I don't hear that I love you, it may say, trouble, wahala dey. So you need to begin to think now, what did I do? You have to start thinking, what did I do? Now, that's the way. So For people that have words of affirmation, they want to hear it. They want to hear you say, I love you. They want to hear you compliment them. Oh, you look beautiful. You are looking good. They want to hear you say, look, I really care for you. I really appreciate you. They want to hear you say things like you are special. You are important to me. They want to hear you say that. But unfortunately, some people just find it difficult to talk. And I don't know what it will cost you to say it. Because there are what we call the magic words. Hello, please, sorry, excuse me, thank you. These are normal words that are supernatural words that turns things around. So what will it cost you to say I love you? Many of us grew up without seeing our father and mother saying I love you, I love you. We grew up without hearing our father say I love you. Do you want to continue that? Where your ancestors has failed you, do you want to fail your descendants?